Hi friends, JB isn't able to take the video tonight. That ought to scare all of us. I'm going to do my best to not get you too dizzy, but you'll notice my bookshelves are partly empty, and the reason is because I pulled my books down to try to make a point tonight, and I hope it inspires you to do something similar at home. I want to talk about what I call reading thinking. I think when we read, and not just read a word or a sentence like you can do online, but literally read a book, that you get a chance to get reading thinking going on. I don't think I'm that bright, but I think I've learned to think because of the book reading I've done. So I'm just encouraging you to do something like this maybe at home. I'm going to get down here and just show you some stacks of books that I pulled out of my shelves because I'm hoping you'll do something like this, that you'll look at your bookshelf tonight or today and you'll just think about how reading thinking has shaped you for the better and how you might engage that in the future. So here you go. Ready? I typically take on one topic a year for a whole lot of reading. So here I go. I'm just going to celebrate these. Here's the year I read on cosmology and the year I read on solid waste management. Yes, literally, I got very interested in it. And here's a year I read on paleobiology, which lit my love for geology. And a year I read on physics, and a year I read on human evolution, and then here is a section of some of the books I read on recidivism and our schools to prison pipeline in this country, and here we have a whole set of stuff on fascism and the crazy ways that extreme right-wing stuff has affected our world, and a set on racial issues, and here's one on economics. There are quite a few stacks here on economics because I've read a lot in that field. And here's Central and Southern African prehistory and history. And here's a little teeny bit of my books on geology. Here's a thing on fundamentalism, a year I read on fundamentalism and its effect on LGBTQ people. Here's a year I read on sexuality, and a year I read on prayer, which I still do quite a bit of reading on, and spiritual disciplines. And this is a little teeny section of what I've read on violence and martial arts and peacemaking. And here's a whole lot of stuff on Islam and probably some of the other topics I've taken on. Believe it or not, I did a year on Russian novelists and some Japanese and a whole lot of stuff on the early church. So that's me, and I know for you, you have collections that you've read, and I just encourage you today to take a look at your bookshelf and to take a look at your book plan and think about the ways you can give thanks and nurture your mind through reading thinking, because after all, you are a love first.